Welcome to the official YouTube channel of Eternia.com. I'm your host AJ, and today we're doing an unboxing and a mini review of the Masterverse 2.0 Masters of the Universe New Eternia EVIL-LYN figure. And I'm so excited to be doing this unboxing today. I got my gin, it's late at night. And why I'm so excited is I fell in love with this figure when it was first revealed in the Mattel booth in July's San Diego Comic-Con. It was love at first sight. And it really was love at first sight for a lot of people. You know, anyone who's an EVIL-LYN fan took a look at this figure and said, I have to have her. Pretty much everyone did, you know, so much so that I don't even need to do this review, right? Pretty much all I have to do is just set a camera up and show this figure off just like this. And then, you know what, pretty much everyone is saying, you know what, I'm in. You know, all I got to do is point at this and go, dude, you know, dude, ooh, dude, dude, dude. And then, of course, dude. And that's it. You know what? You're sold. Review over. I want to thank you all for watching, and we'll see you next time. No, that's not the case here. But, you know, the one thing I do want to mention is that the artwork here is done by the amazingly talented Simon Eckert. Of course, right? He's become the best Masterverse artist ever. We're so lucky to have him, and his art here is no exception. It's fantastic. And the other interesting thing is this is the first time that Masterverse Wave is only 3 figures. It's only 3 this time, you know, and what's really interesting is I don't know why. It doesn't seem like they're producing less figures, you know, and especially on the box here, you know, we got Skelcon, we got Skelcons, but for some reason, Skelcon is not part of this wave. And if you look at the actual Skelcon packaging for the figure coming soon, you can see it's in its own wave for some reason. Not sure what's going on there. Not sure, you know, the reasoning, the thought process that, you know, Mattel is using here. But regardless, who cares? I'm in love with this figure. You're going to be in love with this figure. And taking her out of the box is just going to be a formality. So here she is, the Masterverse New Eternia EVIL-LYN, out of the box and in 360 degrees. And my first impression is, hallelujah. Wow, doesn't she look great? This might be the best EVIL-LYN figure ever created. I'm not sure, but she looks brilliant. First, from her sculpting here to the paint application used, you know, I mean, the paint is just gorgeous here. You know, these metallic blues and silvers. Look at the skull and look at the rivets on her leather padded loincloth. I mean, this is just a brilliant figure. It's amazing that this figure is $23.99. You know, only for like $4 less is this, you know, cartoon collection EVIL-LYN. And look at the difference. And she didn't even come with a cape. This is $20. This is $23.99. It is just brilliant. It's so well done. You know, it's funny. The accessories come in this little bag here that kind of reminds me of the little like fruit snacks. It's the first time I've seen accessories not in a bag. We've seen that before, but, you know, in orange labeled Masters of the Universe. So that's kind of interesting. But this figure looks amazing, like I thought she would. So where do we begin? All right, let's first take a closer look at that head sculpt. So here she is, the head sculpt of EVIL-LYN. And doesn't she look amazing? She looks like something out of a Cleopatra movie. She looks so stunning. First, the actual sculpting of the headdress itself here. You know, and the paint used, you know, you have these like light metallic blues and a metallic purple in between, and then like silver rivets, and then the silver skull. Look how well it's sculpted. And then you got this other blue. Look at the paint used here. You got the purple, the light blue, the silver, the black, the darker blue, all metallic, all gorgeously painted. Wow. And then the face itself is so gorgeous. Look at her. She has a perfect look, you know, and it's a very classic look. You know, I was mentioning Cleopatra. Who does she look like? You know who she looks like? This is like before all of our times, but she looks like that classic actress, Sophia Loren, doesn't she? I mean, most of us probably only know her from, I don't know, Grumpier Old Men. but she looks like, you know, Sophia Loren. Look at that. Just a classic actress. Yeah, I think it might be the spitting image of her. Wow. But what a great choice, right? It's very refined. Classic look, you know, of that vintage Hollywood. She looks brilliant, and Mattel did an amazing job with this one, you know, not just the sculpting itself, but the paint application. She looks fantastic. What a gorgeous head. So even though I know you're already sold, let's move on to the rest of her body, you know, and let's continue on with the paint application, you know, running down from the helmet. You know, she has this beautiful, you know, metallic blue on her headdress, you know, the part that attaches to her face. And that same blue is on her collar, and it continues down her chest into her breastplate here. And then also on her stomach, it almost looks like a havoc staff here, and on her belt. And look, this is what I'm talking about. This is going the extra mile. Look, this metallic blue runs, and it's a trim on this leather, you know, loincloth. And then look at the sculpting, all the detail in this loincloth. Isn't it fantastic? And again, with the extra mile, look at these like little metal studs. You know, they didn't have to paint them silver. They're so tiny, but they did. That's going the extra mile. And then on her hips are these gorgeous looking skulls that are all chained on the sides. Look at that. It looks fantastic. Again, more of this wonderful, intricate sculpting on her outfit on the side of her body. Look at that. Even under her arms. They didn't need to do that. I'm sure, look, yeah, underneath her cape, they didn't need to do that either. You know, this could have been all hidden by the cape, but they went the extra mile. Look at all that gorgeous sculpting into the outfit. And of course, she has this fur, this plastic fur, and that's where the soft goods cape is attached to. And that fur matches, you know, on her boots here. That also has these, like, you know, dark blue straps. And, what a gorgeously executed body. All right, so now let's talk accessories. I hope I get a strawberry because I'm hungry. No, again, these are not fruit snacks, but looks like what we get inside are an additional set of hands. Ooh, 2 sets of hands. And it looks like part of her... Oh, no. Are you kidding me? Am I missing part of her wand? Oh, son of a gun. Tell me this isn't so. Oh, no. She's supposed to have... Oh, you're breaking my heart. You know what? I should leave this in. Just be transparent. You know why you should never drink and do figure reviews. I accidentally left her wand in the plastic bubble. So it wasn't missing. It was just in the packaging along with EVIL-LYN. So, okay. So here is her accessories. She has her wand, which also becomes a staff, which is very cool. And this like plastic marble inside looks really neat. It looks like kind of cloudy, translucent, you know. And then the actual wand itself has this sort of like light blue, silver, metallic paint. Looks really nice. So there's her wand. And then she has 2 hands, you know, 2 sets of hands. She has these like punching hands. And then she has, look at these like magic casting hands. And if you can tell, the fingernails are just all painted and they look fantastic. All right, so when it comes to articulation, let's first start with her head. Her head can swivel 360 degrees. She could look up about that high and then look down. And you're really going to get great free range of movement with her. There's really not going to be any kind of restrictions in her articulation other than her articulation points itself. And what I mean is the Masterverse arms, they usually come with double jointed elbows. Not all the figures, but most of them. But this EVIL-LYN is a figure that only has a single jointed elbow, which means she's not going to be able to raise her hand hand to her face, and she's going to have limited, range of movement in regards to spell casting or swinging that wand around. But when it comes to her legs, I mean, she's going to have amazing articulation. Yes, she has these thigh cuts and so forth, but she also has these great drop-down hips. Look how far that drops, right? So she's going to be able to do some crazy poses, some crazy splits. I mean, from the waist down, she's going to be crazy good in articulation. It's just limited to some degree in regards to Masterverse from the waist up. It's interesting that they did that, but you know what? It's not a deal breaker because she looks so stunning regardless. So here's new Eternia EVIL-LYN among the rest of the Masterverse EVIL-LYNs, marking 5 EVIL-LYNs in Masterverse so far. So what do I think of the Masterverse, Masters of the Universe, new Eternia EVIL-LYN action figure? Look, you don't need me to sell you on this figure. This figure sells itself, from her sculpting to her paint application to the paint colors chosen to that gorgeous head sculpt. This EVIL-LYN, to me, is the best EVIL-LYN action figure created to date. I tell you, with this new Eternia Snout Spout, the new Eternia Merman, and then this new Eternia EVIL-LYN, I'm going to have to stop calling Masterverse and start calling them Masterclass, because what they've been putting out lately with new Eternia has been the most superior Masters of the Universe action figures to date, and it's so exciting, and I can't wait to see what they're going to come out with next. I can't wait to see like the new Eternia Tila. What is that going to be like? So this is just fantastic for a Masters of the Universe fan, and I couldn't be more excited. And the only thing else I have to say about this action figure is, dude.